Montella-Norristown, sister city, know your roots. Everyone is aware of the stereotypical Italian family. A lot of people with loud voices, a lot of food, endless amounts of pasta, cheese, bread, and meat. Olive toned skin, dark hair, dark eyes, opera music, and Catholicism. But most importantly, family, tradition, and culture. But where did all of these stereotypes come from? Where did they start? Well, I want to know the answer, and I trace all of my roots to Mondilla, Italy, a small town in the province of Avellino, directly south of Napoli, with a population of just 7,864 people. In southern Italy, where Catholicism is a way of life, each small town has a patron saint. The patron saint of Mondilla is the Santissimo Salvatore, or the Holy Savior. 5,343 miles across the Atlantic Ocean lies another small parish with the same patron saint. 82% of the members of the Holy Savior Parish in Norristown, Pennsylvania, trace their roots to Mondilla, Italy. Beginning in the 1950s and slowing down by the 1990s, hundreds of Mondellese immigrated to Norristown in hope for a better life for their families. They hoped for more jobs, better money, and a good education for their kids. Their version of the American dream.
Better life.
How so?
Because there was no work in Italy.
However, upon their arrival, the Mondellese soon realized how unaccepting Americans could be towards new immigrants. When did you immigrate here from Mandela?
December of 1962.
And how old were you?
I was 5 years old.
And where did you come?
We settled in Norristown because my grandparents lived here.
Okay, and can you describe how you were treated when you first arrived?
Uh, the the neighbors were very prejudiced against us. They would make fun of us, call us names like Greenhorn.
And why do you think they were prejudiced against you?
Because we were just different from them. Although many of them were also Italian descent, but since we had come directly from Italy, they felt that we were different from them.
After encountering these injustices, many of the Mondellese turned back towards their faith and the Catholic Church. However, with hundreds of Mondellese living in Norristown, it was hard for them to find a church that could accommodate them all. In 1903, two Italian missionary priests arrived in Norristown, Father Ottavio Leone and Father Nicola Ruffo. They wished to conduct a mission for the Italians of Norristown, and their response was overwhelming. In 1903, a Mondellese parishioner was quoted by saying, "The arrival of these priests brought new life and hope to the hearts of the Mondellese people." Due to the overwhelming amount of Mondellese parishioners, there was a church built on Main Street in Norristown called the Holy Savior that mimicked their church of the Chiesa di San Salvatore on September 20th, 1903. Hundreds of Mondellese quickly joined the new parish. Since many of these people did not have cars or could not drive, a mission church, Our Lady of Mount Carmel, was opened for the convenience of people who lived in Blackhorse. The mission church still stands today and every Sunday has a traditional Latin Mass for all of the Mondellese. The Mondellese, just like all Italians, thrive off of culture. They wish to bring some of their traditions to the new parish. Every year in Mondilla, on the feast day of the Santissimo Salvatore, the people process through the streets and up the mountain to the church while carrying the statue. The Mondellese in Norristown wanted to start this tradition all over again in their new town. And that is exactly what they did. In 1918, the Society MSSS di Mondilla was established. It was a group of Mondellese who built their own building where they met weekly to discuss funding and Mondilla, but mostly to hold on to their beloved culture. The club is still around today and meets at the Holy Savior Club each week. In addition, each year on the feast day, around August 6th, hundreds of parishioners attend Mass and go on a 2-mile procession throughout Norristown to show their dedication to the Holy Savior. After the Mass, the Mondelez celebrate by having a 3-day festa or feast. The festa includes endless amounts of food, pork sandwiches, and the specialty, fried dough, or zeppoli. This is a time for all of us to reconnect with our roots and where we learn all over again how lucky we are to have such a strong tradition and pride. Due to all of these events, Montella and Norristown were officially recognized as sister cities. The towns both hold such importance to each other and could not be the same without their counterpart. Each year, the Mondelez Americans go back and visit the Chiesa di San Salvatore, and also many Mondelez still make trips here and are amazed to see how strong our Italian culture remains. Nestled in the hills in the province of Avellino, Mondilla is the home for many immigrants, first generation and second generation Italian Americans who now call Norristown home. The rich ethnic heritage and cultural pride that Mondillas hold dear have been nurtured through the marriage of Mandela and Norristown through the Sister Cities International Program. This partnership continues to provide not only a link to Mandila's rich past and traditions, but also to its present and future generations. Although all of these events took place about 100 years ago, all of the Mandalas still hold on dearly to all of the traditions put in place for us by our ancestors. Still today, I see Mandela everywhere around me, especially in my Nana or Grandma's house. Statues, flags, pictures, and crosses. Through growing up with such a strong pride for my culture and my roots, I think it is extremely important for everyone to know exactly where they come from. Because how can you truly understand who you are or where you are going without understanding where you came from?